Michelle, and I'm a beekeeper, and this is my third season doing bees. And I started out with one beehive. I'm going to go through a hive inspection today and show you the basics of what a hive is. And just if you know nothing about bees, this is kind of just kind of like a primer to show you what a beehive looks like. Okay, this is what we call a beehive, and it's located on a stand, which is my bricks, and then there's a baseboard, which is this bottom piece, and then these are called brood boxes. And there are various sizes of brood boxes depending on what your beekeeping style is. The traditional Langstroth hive, which is what this is, 2 deep brood boxes. This one is a new hive, relatively new, so I don't have 2 deeps. I only have 1 deep and 1 medium, and they will eventually grow into the 2 deeps. And then at the end of the season, beekeepers will typically put on a medium box, which they call a honey super, because that's where the bees tend to store honey, extra honey. Okay, this is the outer hive, and normally what I'll do is just put this hive as a base on the ground to move my other hives on top, or my other boxes on top of it. And the first thing that I do is I use a smoker to send the bees back into the hive. This mimics a forest fire, so they're concerned at this point of going back into the hive and eating as much honey as they can. So I should probably find that most of the bees, the young bees, are on the inside of the hive. So what I'll do is I'll take out a frame and put it on here so that it makes it easier to manipulate the inside frames. And then we just kind of go through it during an inspection to make sure that I still have a queen, and to make sure that things are okay and that they look like what they're supposed to look like. I use this tool to get out the first frame because they're usually so hard and stuck in there that it's hard to get out, and that makes it easier. You can see my queen right there. This queen is doing a good job. She's already got eggs and larvae on this frame. You can see this is an outside frame. It's not necessarily typical to what you would find because they don't normally do this. This is capped honey on the outside. So that means that it's already, they cap the honey when it gets to be moisture levels of 18% water. And then inside of that is honey. And you can see, and it's not capped because the moisture level isn't right. And then within that, you'll see there's little larvae. She should have eggs. There should be, typically you'd find little eggs within there. And then this one, the very middle one, is a capped brood. So it means that it's an age where they will cap it and then it will hatch. So a lot of times what happens is that when I see my queen, I'll close up the hive and move on. She's laying in a nice pattern. You saw a nice pattern is where all of the eggs are all maturing at the same age. You don't want a spotty pattern. So you don't want to see a capped brood and then eggs like right next to it and then larvae. That was a typical laying pattern. She's doing well. All of the bees look healthy.